In splendid isolation, animals on the Galapagos evolved into unique species found nowhere else in the world. This archipelago of 13 main islands is 1,000 kilometers or 600 miles from the coast of Ecuador. Remote, contained, a world unto itself.
The cliche about Galapagos, of course, is that it's a living laboratory of evolution. And the volcanoes, their eruptions, actually show us that. You can see how the plants and animals have developed in these areas either side of a lava flow created by an eruption.
But an alien species has invaded this tropical haven. Humans. They've been living here for more than a century, but in the past few decades, tourism has skyrocketed. And workers from the mainland have followed in their wake to open businesses and provide services. Some estimate the permanent population on the islands has increased by as much as 300%.
In the 1980s, there was a local population of about 3,000 people living here in the islands, and today we have a local population of more than 25,000 people.
Tourism brings much-needed revenue, but all these people generate pollution through vehicle emissions and energy consumption. And like almost all humans, they create trash. Conservationists worry the newcomers are having an adverse impact on the old-timers. Recently, an oil tanker ran aground trying to deliver fuel to the Galapagos, creating a spill that eventually killed an estimated 60% of nearby iguanas. Researchers now say even a small amount of pollution can harm the island's legendary species. Fortunately, the oil spill turned out to be a wake-up call. Now, with a series of ambitious projects, conservationists and corporations are working together with the Ecuadorian government to minimize human impact. The goal is to end the use of fossil fuels on the Galapagos in the next decade, and to use only renewable, non-polluting energy. In terms of conservation, as well as appearance, the islands would be green. As an example, this modern oil depot replaces a rusty relic that was about to fall into the sea. Contaminants in the fuel are removed to reduce pollution.
The more we can work together to provide advanced fuels so we can get closer and closer to zero emissions vehicles, the more we can do that, the more we can approach the idea of a zero footprint.
An ultra-modern gas station has barriers to contain leaks. There's an ambitious plan to convert boat engines to cleaner and more efficient models, and to replace cars on the islands with low-emissions vehicles. A World Wildlife Fund recycling campaign is teaching islanders about the importance of keeping their domain pristine. Lourdes Peña Herrera and her family have won a World Wildlife Fund award for reducing the amount of waste they produce.
Not
only us, but the whole community has to recycle, she says. It's to protect the environment. Almost everybody in our neighborhood does it now. Conservationists say humans will continue to have an impact on the Galapagos, but that combined efforts may help keep destruction in check. It's a big challenge because we need many resources, says one of the island's mayors. We need our people to cooperate, and we also need international organizations to help with conservation. Naturalist Charles Darwin once called the islands a little world within itself. Now the rest of the world has arrived. They can be the ruin of the Galapagos, or perhaps with a united effort, they could be its salvation.